Gang, I want you to remember the connections that we have going on in our network right now. We've got a whole lot of clients that are going to be connected to our various different access points. And those access points are then connected, of course, to the switch or multiple switches as necessary. Then those access points connected to the switches are used in order to establish those CAPWAP tunnels to be able to support connecting to our centralized management system, which is going to control authentication, authorization, policies, egress into the network, and in a locally configured access point. That means that our client data follows a path like this. The client data goes into the access point, up to the switch, to the WLC where it gets processed, then out the WLC on the switch to get out to the rest of the network and reach the servers or the internet or wherever we're going. So think about this link right here that we're talking about between the WLC and the switch. This could really get bottlenecked, couldn't it? Especially as we start now dealing with our good friend 802.11ac, right? When we start moving into the AC model, we got potentially gigabit speeds, multi-gigabit speeds with Wave 2. Whew, this could really start being an issue. So what we can do with our available ports, depending on the type of wireless LAN controller that we have, is link aggregation. We can double down on our ports, or triple or quadruple, up to 8 ports potentially, depending on the type of device you have. Link aggregation gives you a redundancy configuration, so if any one of the ports should fail in a channel group, it'll use the ports that are left, and the traffic will automatically migrate to the other ports. It actually tries to establish balancing based upon the established sessions, our socket-to-socket sessions that are being used. As long as any one controller port is functioning, then we can function. All right, again, we could go down to just one link and it'll function like one link would, and it's certainly better than nothing. So, certainly something to consider. Our wireless LAN controllers are going to come with multiple ports. It is definitely worth aggregating those ports together on your switch. Remember, if you don't define a channel group, if you don't actually set this up and you plug multiple ports into a switch, what are you doing? Well, by default, spanning tree protocol is going to make sure to shut down 3 out of 4 of those and force you to only use one port at a time and only have the others available if for some reason there's a failure of any one of those ports. You don't want that. So definitely look at configuring link aggregation.